Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new New York Lottery $2 Snow Much Fun Multiplier ticket. This is part of the November 2024 series of tickets that came out in New York, I think, a couple of weeks ago. This one is a number match game, and there are a few multipliers you can find. You can find 2x, 5x, and 10x. And I think maybe there's a second chance drawing associated with this ticket. So make sure that if there is, you enter any losing tickets into that. Now here on this page, we're looking at the prize structure and odds that the New York Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 4.79, and it does look like you can win anywhere from $2 up to $25,000. The only thing that really catches my eye is the really long odds of the $25,000 prize. I mean, first of all, the prize is too low. It should be about $50,000. But if it's $25,000, the odds are crazy long. I mean, you should have like 1 in 500,000 odds for a $25,000 top prize. So they're about 3 to 4 times longer than they should be, which shows that's just New York being cheap. They're cheapskates, basically, the people who run the lottery. But we do need to mention taxes. For any prize over $5,000, they're automatically going to take out 32.82% in taxes. And so that is going to affect how I view this top prize, because I don't view the tax money as part of the value of a game. So instead of $25,000, I'm going to view this as $16,795. And with that adjusted prize amount, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 62 and 63%, and this is just crazy low. I mean, we look for a minimum of 70% payout for every ticket we review on the channel, and the reason is because states can make plenty of money in the 70% range. So for New York to be putting out a $2 ticket at 62% payout just shows how little care they have for their customers. I mean, all they care about is stealing your money, and so you got to stay away from these types of tickets. With these really super low payouts, which is basically every ticket in New York. But anyways, the other thing we do need to mention about the 62% payout is that it does include all of the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not a lot of people are going to be winning, which means very few people are even going to see 62% payout on this game. And so what we want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning the top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $50 prize level. So, well, let me be clear. I personally would never, ever waste even $2 on buying this ticket. I recommend that you do the same. Stay far, far away from this one. But we know people are going to be playing it. When people do play this, when they win, they're going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $2 and $50. There's a split there at the $50 prize level. It is about 27 to 73. So a little over a quarter of these $50 prizes will fall here in the bottom of the prize structure, where average folks are winning. The other 73% are going to join the rest of these prizes to make up the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really difficult to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds, move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and you find out that only about 1 in every 479 tickets has a top 1% prize on it, which means you are in $958 before you would expect to see even one top 1% prize, which basically means you have to hit the top prize to come out ahead. And yeah, I'm not a fan of these types of prize structures where, in order to come out ahead, if you're playing for a top 1% prize, you have to hit the top prize. I mean, there should be at least 2 or 3 prizes at the top that cover that $958. Now, because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find out that the value of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 54 and 55%. This is a really brutal number. We look for a minimum of 60% payout for the bottom 99% of prizes on every ticket we review. However, it's hard for a ticket to have a 60% bottom 99% payout when the overall payout's barely over that. So you got to have a good overall payout to have a good bottom 99% payout in most cases. But yeah, I mean, we look for 60%. The reason we look for 60% is because, at least in my opinion, when you're playing here in the 50% range, it just feels like you lose your money so fast that it's not fun to play. And if you're not going to have fun playing, then what's the point of buying the ticket? So, New York has not done its job with this ticket. Now, here on this page, we are tracking the increases and decreases in New York $2 tickets. You can see the data point for Snow Much Fun Multiplier all the way over here on the right. So you can see it is going to come in to be one of the lower value $2 tickets in New York. However, they all have low value except for the Win for Life ticket. That's the one ticket that has, not a good payout, but an acceptable one. Now, if you are playing $2 tickets in New York, up here in green, you see the best ticket in every column. So if you are playing for overall value, stick with Win for Life. I mean, it's not good, but it's so much better than all of these other tickets, which are complete garbage. If you're playing for odds, Win for Life has the best odds. If you are a more conservative player and like to win a little bit more money, when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, Cashword has the most money at the bottom of the prize structure for average folks. And then if you're more of a high roller and like to win a little bit more money, when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, It Takes Two has the most money at the top of the prize structure for those lucky few people. And then we are keeping track of the top prizes as well. Now, here on this page, we're ranking New York $2 tickets based on overall payout. 62.34 was only good enough for 8th place. But again, I got to stress, like, with the exception of Win for Life, all the rest of these payouts are so low, they're just complete garbage. I would never, ever, ever touch these tickets at all. Here on this page, we're ranking based on the bottom 99% payout. 54.39 was good enough for 8th place. So again, I got to say, like, none of these tickets meet the minimum 60%. They're all really, really tough and super brutal. Like, once you get to the mid 50s, you're talking brutal on the average player, on 99% of people who are playing the game. So I don't know why people keep buying them personally. But anyways, here on this page, we get to compare $2 tickets across states. Top 35 tickets are on the screen here from the 6 states that we're looking at. And you can see it's mostly Georgia and Massachusetts. Now, this $2 ticket category is pretty weak overall among all the states. We have had a couple of decent tickets come out of Georgia, best one being Fast 20s at 75% payout. And we got to ask the question, if Georgia can put out a $2 ticket at 75% payout and make plenty of money doing it, that's the key, then why in the world is New York putting out $2 tickets at 62% payout? That's over 12.5 percentage points less than what Georgia did with Fast 20s. And that 12.5% is a lot of money when you think about how many tickets go into just one scratch game. One scratch game can easily have 10 million tickets that make up the game. Multiply that by the $2 price tag, and that's 20 million tickets wrapped up in just one of these games. And 12.5% of 20 million is $2.5 million that the Georgia Lottery put into the hands of its players on this Fast 20s game, that the New York Lottery is basically stealing from its players every time they put out a $2 ticket. I hate seeing scratch players get taken advantage of, but New York is one of the worst at doing that. And you live right next door to Massachusetts. Massachusetts scratchers they're like a million times better than New York scratch tickets. If you live near the border, make sure you're getting your scratch tickets from Massachusetts. You're going to get way more bang for your buck by doing that. Now, here on this page, we are ranking or comparing based on the bottom 99% payout. So this is friendliness to the average player. Snow Much Fun was at 54.39, pretty far off this list. So yeah, I mean, really not that much good to say about this Snow Much Fun Multiplier ticket. This page is to give a little bit more context as to how low the payout is on this Snow Much Fun Multiplier ticket. $1 tickets in Massachusetts regularly come out at 69% payout. That's like almost 7.5%. It's over 7.5 percentage points more than what you're getting from a $2 ticket in New York. This is completely backwards. You should never have cheaper tickets with higher payouts than more expensive tickets, even if it is across state lines. Doesn't matter. Just shouldn't happen. New York should be embarrassed about this. They should be ashamed of how they're treating their customers, and they should be apologetic. And I hope that one day somebody takes them to court and sues them for taking advantage of their citizens and stealing people's money. Now, here on this page, We have the top 36 tickets we've reviewed on the channel so far. There are no $2 tickets on this list and probably never will be. So you can pause that and look at it if you would like. And then here on this page are the top 36 friendliest tickets to the average player. So they have the highest payout for those bottom 99% of prizes. Again, no $2 tickets here. Actually, there is that Fast 20s did make this list, almost the top 10, beating out $50 and $100 tickets from other states. So anyways, that's about it for the New York Lottery $2 Snow Much Fun Multiplier ticket. I see this 2 from little place here, so it's like you can buy it as a gift for somebody. Please don't buy this as a gift for anybody. This is like the worst gift you could ever buy somebody. So that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.